edge forehand with a little outside edge to Clore. Clore steps on the break side. No spot for the defender to get that one. An easy reel it in.
And Japan's going to have to tighten up on their defense. We saw a lot of chasing already in that first point. They're going to have to anticipate those throws a little bit, get themselves out in the lane if they're going to stop that offense.
The Japan defense has definitely been struggling to slow down the various U.S. offenses. We saw Japan yesterday, the Buzz Bullets play against both Revolver and Sakai. Very few breaks in both of those games for the Buzz Bullets. The Revolver game, the Buzz Bullets able to keep tight with Revolver with good offensive patience and work and only lost 17-15. The Sakai game, Sakai winning 15-12.
1-0 here as Bravo surveys the field here at Renton Memorial Stadium, just south of Seattle. Beautiful sunny day, not much wind. So the throwers here, there's a little breeze, I guess, the flag's picking up. But for the most part, so far, throwers seeming to do what they want with the disc here. As Gregerson sets to pull, and the second point goes up. Big flick. Comes down on the goal line. And Japan with a semicircle offense there. Sort of a messy stack. Not sure exactly what they're doing. Swing goes up. A lot of action on that open side. Deep cutter has steps. Up the line to Kamimura. Kamimura looking deep, box out. Probably a call there as Shiba was trying to reel it in for the goal and got some contact on his back.
Shiba getting position on that one going up, slowing down a little bit, and then allowing for the contact to happen. James Mitchell there with the foul, uncontested, so it will start at the goal line.
Japan racing to catch up. Looks for a dump, overshoots it, and Bravo's off. Cutters in the lane, but Japan quick to protect defensively. Bravo swing over to Gregerson. Up the line. Bravo in and out cut. Nope, nothing doing for the vertical stack. Stack's a little bit deep. Paget with the disc. Back over to the flick side to Morrissey. Japan now clogging the lanes quite a bit, making Bravo have to work a little bit. Nice D, but Lance hangs on. Goes up the line to Morrissey. Back to Lance. Lance inside out flick. Nice opening there to Mitchell. Bravo slow to get into their end zone offense and a call.
So good grinded out offense here from Bravo. In the game we saw Bravo play against Rhino yesterday, they really struggled with working it down the field. This D-line doing a great job of it here. Most of the Bravo scores, especially in the first half of the game, were big hucks. Anytime they had to work it, they were forced into turnovers.
Disc goes to Lance. Lance finds another inside-out shot to Morrissey. Bravo goes up 2-0. And the Buzz Bullets jogging back to the line. Again, just an unforced error from them on that dump. There you see that nice inside-out flick. A bidding defender on the mark. But Morrissey able to reel that in quite easily for the goal for Bravo.
So Bravo does a great job taking advantage of that red zone turnover from the Buzz Bullets and works it down the field in that vertical stack and really using both sides of the field. They did a good job of using the open side when it was there, and when the open side slowed down, they really broke the mark a lot. We saw a lot of IO forehands, Nick Lance with 2 of them as well, including that scoring pass.
And Buzz Bullets doing a better job of getting out in the lane, like I mentioned, but not really tightening up once they were able to swing it across the field. Bravo showed some patience there. When things got messy, they were able to go through their handlers and work it up the field fairly efficiently, like you said, Kyle. And I just want to see something a little different from Buzz Bullets. They've got the quickness. I want to see them out in the lane challenging some passes. We saw a couple bids from their defenders, making it exciting, but I think that's going to be the key is for the Buzz Bullets is really getting out in the lanes, putting some stops down, because Bravo so far looking content to take that extra pass and make sure, so the defense is going to have to get in there and make something happen for themselves.
So a lot of talk this year about Bravo's offseason. They had some really strong pickups between Bart Watson, Eric Johnson, getting Matty Zemmel back, and Nick Lance as well, as who we saw starting on that deep point. They've actually got a couple of those guys injured right now. Eric Johnson sprained his ankle yesterday in their game against Sakai, and Matty Zemmel sprained his ankle several weeks ago at practice and is back They're looking to come back and maybe get a point or two in this game. He's been out for about 7 weeks.
Abe reels in a diving pass, goes back to the handlers, gets it back, launches a hammer up to Matsuno, who reels it in for the goal. Snyder trailing. A nice find from Abe for the Buzz Bullets, who are now on the board with one. There you see, catches it and just launches it.
2-1.
Steps Matsuno open on the far side as Hilke Snyder chasing can't get there.
Well, that is a great look from Abe, finding Matsuno open on the break side. And it's not something we saw a lot from the Buzz Bullets yesterday. These big open breaks, whether it's a backhand over the mark, the forehand mark, or hammers, and that can really open up that Buzz Bullets offense and create some more looks on the open side as the Bravo defenders have to respect those break throws.
And the Buzz Bullets, with that quickness, Abe just catching it, launching it right away. We saw again in their drills, just practicing those real quick shots. They've definitely got some quickness, so looking to move the disc quickly seems to be to their advantage. Bravo letting them get a couple steps is not going to help them stop the Buzz Bullets. We'll see what happens here. 2-1, Bravo set to receive. See what the Buzz Bullets bring on defense this time around. As Furuzawa set to pull. Big backhand coming in with a sharp edge. Westbrook centers to Ackley.
Buzz Bullets again in a man-to-man.
Snyder reaches, can't get there. A good matchup look for Bravo, but a little bit of a bladey forehand going up the line. Looked nice coming off, but bladed a little bit. Snyder can't quite read it and takes a tumble, not getting the disc. And the Buzz Bullets will have a chance to bring it upfield with their D-line.
So that's 2 looks deep to Snyder where we've seen them miss. And this is the first opportunity for the defensive line of the Buzz Bullets to work it in. They're running out of a horizontal stack.
Nose will bring it up to the line. See what they run out of the horizontal. Bravo, pretty much a tight man, a little bit of a poach off the weak side, which you would expect. The initial play doesn't get it off. They swing it over. Furukato launches a forehand again. Snyder in the play. This one he will get. And Bravo striking back again. Swing goes over. Watson into the middle. Bravo again, I'm not sure what they're doing here. They're closing in on the red zone and they're not really falling into an end zone offense super quickly, but they are finding their regular field offense again. Looks like it was probably a catch at the same time, and Watson will retain the disc there. Nice D, though, from Sugaya.
So Bravo right now with 3 guys behind the disc. Really struggling to find their rhythm here on this O-line.
Westbrook with the disc. And it's sort of a combination of horizontal and vertical stack here. Again, Bravo needs to clean it up as they approach the red zone. And a swing goes out wide to Snyder. Unforced error from Ryan Farrell. Snyder had steps, but that step around backhand was a little too much of a laser for him to get there. And Buzz Bullets will take another attempt. That first look that they had, the disc on the side for the horizontal stack. It's a challenging position. They ran a play and could not get it to either of their live cutters, had to swing it around through their handlers, which they choose to do again. Relatively smart play here in the horizontal stack. Furukato again surveys the field. This time opts for a backhand. Buzz Bullets on the line. Good pressure from Bravo defenders, but they're able to reset to Sugaya. Swings it over all the way around to Sasanabe. Furuzawa with the disc on the flick line. Buzz Bullets doing a good job of resetting through their handlers, looking down the line, and then if it's not there, opting for the handlers. Nose open as Farrell reels in on the mark. Looks like a timeout, Buzz Bullets. They'll regroup and try and figure out a play here to make this break happen. A couple turnovers in this point, a little bit sloppy, and they'll take a little break to talk about it, and we'll take a break and be right back with you. Stay tuned. Welcome back as the Buzz Bullets come out of their timeout. Again, looking to get a break with their defensive team. 2-1, Johnny Bravo. some back and forth in this point already. Buzz Bullets took a timeout, hoping to regroup and find their offensive flow and punch one in here against the Bravo O team now playing defense.
The Buzz Bullets offense here for this D-line O, very comfortable working their handlers, but struggling to find those downfield receivers for yards. So they're throwing a lot of passes, moving east-west a lot, but not getting a lot of north-south action.
Nice lefty backhand break up into the middle, and a beautiful flick out in front. Buzz Bullets goal as Cusano brings it in. Nice set play from the Buzz Bullets. Get them 2 points on the board. Here you see, after that little break, a nice flick, and a chasing Mickle can't get there as Cusano able to bring it in quite easily.
So Sugaya coming from the handler position, getting open on the power position, and makes that really easy. That's an easy throw to north-south because you're ahead of your defender, and everyone on the Bravo defense was fronting, and that was an easy one for them to score and get that break, 2-2.
A good timeout there from the Buzz Bullets earns them a goal. 2-2 with the Buzz Bullets set to pull. And just like you said, Kyle, working that north-south game, quite advantageous. They were doing a nice job of swinging it side to side, but they're running a horizontal stack, and they were getting it a lot on the sides of the field. And from a horizontal stack, the power position is in the middle of the field. So they're going to need to do a better job if they're running a horizontal stack of trying to keep it in the middle of the field, or like they were doing, swinging it quickly off the sideline. But again, we want to see more north-south cuts as Bravo sets to Ackley with a clear vertical stack. Buzz Bullets with some sort of poachy zone defense here. Essentially a loose 5-person cup.
So this is the amoeba zone that we're talking about, and a shot going up. Bravo having no trouble with it.
They left one open deep there. And Bravo now within 20 yards of the end zone. Swing goes over to Lance. Lance surveying the field. Again, a little bit slow to get into the red zone offense. Watson with a lefty scoober. I love to see that. Mickle with the disc now. Just a lack of continuation cuts, I think, as they come into the red zone. The cutters really have to give a clear option for these handlers. As the handler moves it and you swing it over, you want to see a clear cut. Whether it's open or not, it keeps the offense moving. And I think that the Bravo red zone offense is just a little slow to start here.
I think Bravo likes playing that 60 and 70-yard game, running with their big cutters and using their big throwers to get it open. But I think they struggle a little in this 30-yard spot.
Lance with a nice hammer over to Paget. Nice switching fields. Buzz Bullets are there, though, on defense to shut down the continuation. And they'll swing it again. Disc goes over to Mickle. Mickle up the line to Farrell. Farrell, another hammer, but this time Buzz Bullet defender is there. And the Buzz Bullets will have 70 yards to go. Nice D there from Abe. And here's the disc in the middle of the field with a deep horizontal stack. It's hard to tell as they find their offense. Nice D.
There's another one of those little inside breaks that Japan loves. They like to get those little inside breaks and then either go long or go out wide with them immediately. That was actually a pretty slow play from them.
Kichikawa out to the side, and now they're doing a good job again of swinging the disc. Now holding it in the middle of the field, looking at options. That's what they're going to need to do if they're running this horizontal stack. And the horizontal stack's tightening up. There's a big forehand into traffic, and Matsuno bringing it down, but it looks like a call. Not sure what the resolution will be here. Looks like it will stay with Matsuno. And it's a 3-on-2 here if the Buzz Bullets can capitalize before defenders catch up. Matsuno finds Kichikawa, and a quick one for the goal. Buzz Bullets march it all the way back upfield, and Matsuno reels it in to take the lead, 3-2 Buzz Bullets.
So Buzz Bullets came out in that loose zone. One of the reasons why the Buzz Bullets like to use that loose zone is because it's tough for them to match up against this Bravo offense one-on-one for a full field. But then they can clamp down in that second half of the field and force harder throws. In that case, they got a look on that Ryan Farrell hammer, able to generate the turnover, and then the Buzz Bullets D-line offense working it down the field and then finding Matsuno open deep for that shot. And now they have a 3-point run and forcing Bravo to call a timeout.
Matsuno a great player for the Buzz Bullets, has been for many years, both sides of the disc, but definitely a go-to receiver for them, as we could see there, catching it in traffic for the Buzz Bullets. And Bravo looking to regroup and reassess what they need to do. I like what you said, Kyle, about them forcing the turnover there. Bravo was doing a good job of swinging the disc on the end zone line, but those swings didn't lead to continuation passes because the Buzz Bullets anticipated it and were there, so they had to continue swinging it and then finally opt for that hammer, which got D'd.
Well, and it's definitely something we saw yesterday against Rhino, where Bravo really struggled with their O-line in those short field situations. And it's something where they can work to improve. You know, this team has a lot of talent, a lot of incoming talent that came in from their offseason, but getting that to work right, especially when you're putting in big players like Bart Watson or Nick Lance on your O-line. Lance also playing some D for Bravo. That chemistry is something you have to build, and especially when you get into set areas where you have to be on the same page. You can't just isolate players alone because you have so many people in that small zone.
At this level of play, having those studs, obviously very helpful, but I agree that chemistry piece is the most important. You got to know what your guys on the field are going to do so that you can stay a step ahead of the opposing team. And it looks like Bravo is still sort of figuring it out with some influx of new talent, trying to figure out how to mesh their games to be effective as a team, and hopefully finding some of that in this timeout that they just took. And we'll see what they bring here on offense as the Buzz Bullets are preparing to pull with a 1-point lead, 3-2. It looks like Furuzawa again looking to launch the pull. And we'll see if the Buzz Bullets can keep going with some of the momentum. A little 2-point run here.
So Buzz Bullets came down in that amoeba zone last time. It'll be interesting to see if they run it again. The zone itself wasn't effective. It was the transition to man in the red zone that created that turnover.
Watson centers to Ackley. Set play from Bravo, not going to their vertical stack here. Nice movement up the line. Lance up to Hilka Snyder. Snyder, big reach, gets around the mark. A couple of swings go off. Lance, quick movement. Back to Farrell, can't get it back to Lance. Over to Watson. Stacks a little deep here.
And here's another look at that Bravo red zone that they seem to be struggling with this weekend.
A tough shot through a couple of defenders, a tight window there, but Watson able to reel it in. Out to Westbrook, back to Watson. Easy swing, he doesn't look for it, looking upfield.
Not getting a lot of looks from those downfield cutters, and finally, Josh Richter Ackley steps up to the cone. But that took a lot of passes in a very short amount of space, and Bravo can't be happy with that way that offense looks.
And a couple of tight windows, which you don't want. There you see Watson goes to Mickle. Mickle, a quick one over to Ackley. A nice play there, but a long time to develop, and a couple of scary moments for Bravo with some nice pressure defense from the Buzz Bullets. Inside out forehand break in a tight window.
That said, the Bravo offense very easily working it down 60 yards on open side in cuts. Very easy for them, no pressure until they got stopped at that spot about 10 yards out.
And even 20 yards, 10 yards out, their stack was a little bit deep, so they were forced to run it through their handlers. And you want to get those easy shots. Again, those continued passes need to come out of that stack, and when the stack is so deep, it just makes it that much easier for the defense to anticipate and shut down. And it's shaping up to be a good game here, 3-3. Bravo Buzz Bullets facing off. Bravo set to pull. See what they bring on defense. So far, mostly man.
So this is the first defensive point in the last few for Bravo. And now the pressure's on their defensive line. They've even got Ryan Farrell, who's been playing the last few O points on the line with them. Captain of the team and also a member of the 2013 U.S. World Games squad. One of the most interesting matchups for me at the World Games was watching Farrell mark up on Matsuno. It'll be interesting to see if they put him on him here.
Gregerson with a big high backhand pull. Buzz Bullets bring it into a horizontal stack, sending a couple deep cutters, and the throw goes up. And Kamimura reels it in over a bidding Paget. And not able to get the quick continue, but then fires one up in front, and a bidding Tanaka can't get there.
So Buzz Bullets a little inefficient there in the red zone. Just outside the reach of Katsunori Tanaka.
Looked to be an easy goal, but the angle and of the cut and the disc didn't quite match up there.
So now Bravo has to work 70 full yards. Let's see how their D-line O responds.
Good pressure defense here from another messy zone. It looks like a foul on the throw as he launched it across the field. And that will certainly go back to the thrower there. But some good pressure. Tanaka, little contact.
Looked to me like Farrell felt the contact there and decided he was going to put it hell or high water. And it looks like he retracts the foul call, so it's going to be a turnover, and Buzz Bullets is going to get the disc back.
And that looks like it may be the right call. It looked like there was contact, and he forced it, hoping for the foul, but by the time the throw went up, that contact, the mark had stepped off. Interesting turn of events here as the Buzz Bullets get another chance 20 yards out of their end zone. Still in sort of a horizontal stack. Honestly, it's been hard to tell what the offense is running for the Buzz Bullets. Sort of a messy collection here. It looks kind of like a vertical stack, which is helpful coming in the end zone. Nice D. Morrissey gets out in front with a sweet bidding defensive play.
Yeah, Japan doing a great job. The Buzz Bullets moving it with the brakes, moving it across the field and having a pretty open look, but Tim Morrissey coming across an explosive play. Abe can't quite pull that one down inbounds.
And Bravo marching it back down the field. Good pressure on the open side. Bravo swinging it around the break side. There's Morrissey. Stuck in their own end zone here. Farrell back to Morrissey. Farrell again with it. Not able to hit any cutters. It's all been handler movement so far. Snyder open on the far side, a little too deep. Gregerson, though, finds him. A nice throw out in front, and Hilke Snyder there with steps brings it in just shy of the end zone. Hilke Snyder looking to find another Bravo player here. Bidding Buzz Bullets through traffic. Shows Scuba, throws Scuba, and a goal for Bravo on the transition. A nice shot out in front to Snyder, and they're able to bring it in for a goal. Johnny Bravo up 4-3. There's that flick. Huge throw. Snyder, a huge receiver. Lots of steps. Buzz Bullets cannot get there, and they reset to a handler. Shows Scuba and finds Mitchell for the goal. Easy money for Bravo, 4-3.
So the Bravo D-line responds here and gets back on the field, generating 2 turnovers on that point against the Buzz Bullets, able to put it in the second time, working the full 70 yards. Ryan Farrell, who came over from the O-line to play D on that point, critical in that handler movement. It took a while for the Bravo cutters to get going, but once they got going, well, it was Snyder off to the races. And you gotta love for Bravo having a target like Snyder, particularly against this Buzz Bullets team where there's no one over 6 feet tall. As soon as Snyder starts going and has steps, even if it's not a perfect throw, the matchup is gonna take you home. But that was a great throw, and Snyder didn't have to even go up for it.
That's right. Big men against Japan, always good to send deep. The first cut that Snyder made shut down because he was a little deep and the thrower wasn't quite looking, but Snyder continued his cut, did a little jab in, went deep for the opening. And Jimmy Mickle with a blading backhand pull, and Buzz Bullets will get another shot at offense here. Center over to Matsuno. Matsuno winds up for the flick. I gotta love Japan's fakes. Tip on the mark from Lance, but it continues, and Shiba able to bring it in. Buzz Bullets swing over their handlers. Dramatic flick fake again. Tanaka moves it across the field. There's Shiba with a launching flick up to Matsuno, one of their favorite receivers, with steps, brings it in. Back over to Kichikawa. Kichikawa left high backhand into traffic, and Matsuno reels it in after a tip. Great play, Matsuno. Nice focus, and the Buzz Bullets sneak one in there. A couple of tips on that play, but the throw is able to get to their intended receivers.
Well, Matsuno doing everything on this point, and this is what makes Matsuno such a hard matchup. He has so much speed and explosiveness, great hand-eye coordination, and he's got skills, so Lance can't just back him, right? Lance has to play honest against him because Matsuno with the disc in his hands is very dangerous, but Matsuno downfield also dangerous and able to pull that one down.
And that's just great focus. He tipped that first one, having to go up in traffic. A tip from a Bravo defensive player, and Matsuno able to reel it in, and a big smile on his face as he reaps the rewards of some hard work on that point. 4-4. Buzz Bullets set to pull. This game continues to be close.
Now the Buzz Bullets don't show quite as much of an OD line split as we've seen with the other U.S. teams this tournament. They've got Matsuno playing a lot of points. He takes one off here, but Furuzawa playing both ways, Shiba playing both ways, Abe also playing both ways for this Buzz Bullet squad.
That can take its toll on a full tournament weekend, but they're opting to keep their big playmakers in the game. Nice pressure here coming off the pull. First pass does not get thrown. Instead a swing. Bravo, disc on the sideline. Kluwer, back to Ackley. Upfield to Mickle. Back to Ackley with the reset. Again, deep cutters here for Bravo. Need to start those deep cuts a little bit more shallow to be effective. Mickle, a high floating swing. Ackley able to reel it in quite easily over to Westbrook. Westbrook, an inside-out backhand, goes too far, too high. Snyder can't get there, and the Buzz Bullets looking to move it very quickly. Swinging it over to Nose.
So again, another turnover where Snyder was the intended receiver. Clearly execution error, but I would say choice as well. Snyder coming across the field horizontally, making a tough angle.
Harigae with I'm not sure that was his intended receiver, but Sasanabe able to reel that one in. It was a bladey flick. Came up a little short, I think, for his intended receiver, but Buzz Bullets gaining 30, 40 yards there, and now resetting through their handlers. No cuts from their downfielders. Waiting for the right swing. There it is. And Nose able to find Wakaya, and a break for the Buzz Bullets after an errant inside-out backhand from the Bravo players. There's that nice flick intended for their deepest receiver, but then Sasanabe tracking it, finding it, and the goal, Nose finds an open receiver there. Again, the cutter's just waiting for the handlers to move it, and Wakaya reels it in. 5-4 Buzz Bullets.
This game is the mirror opposite of the Buzz Bullets games we saw yesterday, where against both Sakai and Revolver, the offenses came out very clean, lots of points at the beginning of the games with no turnovers at all, and the offenses scoring cleanly. This game, we're seeing the exact opposite, where this is a defensive-driven game. The defensive line for the Buzz Bullets scoring 3 out of their 5 points. Bravo, 2 out of their 4.
And credit that to defensive pressure, forcing a lot of break attempts, and some of those passes just not complete. A lot of unforced errors. The one great defensive play by Morrissey, but for the most part, unforced errors by the offense led to from some good defensive pressure from both sides. The Buzz Bullets set to pull here. Bravo looking to clean it up. Both teams struggling with continuation passes. I'd like to see this game clean up a little bit with the offenses leading cuts from the handler movement. Some of that here, but just fits and starts. Ackley with the disc. High pass. Defensive pressure there from Kusano. Bravo can't get it. Tanaka brings it in. Miyabe with the disc. Back to Tanaka. Again, fairly stagnant downfield. Swings it over to Miyabe. Rotating mark. Good pressure from Bravo, but able to find the gap. And again, I just love the slow motion fakes because they do throw it after that long motion, so you got to respect it. A nice lefty inside as Miyabe surveys the end zone, looks back to the handlers. A little bit of a wrapping mark there, no call. Tanaka gets it in there and finds Kusano for the goal. Another break. Buzz Bullets, 6-4.
Kusano with the goal.
Nice defensive pressure and a team celebration there with a 2-point lead.
So the Buzz Bullets defense taking advantage again of another Bravo miscue. This one Ackley throwing it over the head of Mickle. One thing that was very noticeable in this Buzz Bullets offense was how handler-driven it is. The downfield cutters are not setting up their cuts at all. They're waiting for those handlers to get open with a break and in a power position or on the break side, and then they're making a move once they have an advantage by the position of the Bravo defender.
And it puts a lot of pressure on the Bravo defense because you're trying to guard your guy. He's just sitting there, so you're probably tempted to look back and see where the disc is, and you got to make a choice there. The challenge for them is to get into a position where they're able to see their man and also where that disc is moving, because like we've discussed and like we've seen, that's exactly right. Those cuts aren't coming until the handler swings it over to a position where that cut is live, and then Buzzbull is just counting on their quickness to get open, and so far, fairly effective. Buzz Bullets pull. Bravo will set their offense again, centering it to Ackley. Ackley swings it over. Open deep cutter, launching a backhand. Snyder, again, open deep. Nice throw, just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Swings it in, finds Westbrook. Pivoting, faking. High backhand, looked like it was tipped on the mark. I'm not exactly sure if there was contact, but again, an error from Bravo on their end zone line. And Buzz Bullets again with a chance for a break.
Well, Farrell's positioning there on the reset really tight and not giving a lot of looks for Westbrook to find him. And then a little bit of dancing, and it leads to another Bravo red zone turnover and another opportunity for the Buzz Bullets to break.
And it looks like Ackley goes down in some contact as the pass into the middle of the field, into some traffic. He's walking it off. He looks to be all right, but may take a sub here. Ackley, a pivotal point in the Bravo offense. A little shaken up after some contact there in the lane. Buzz Bullets again. Upon getting the disc, swinging it all the way across the field, really going through their handlers, which puts a little bit of pressure on them when they've got 60, 70 yards to go. They need to get those downfield passes like you mentioned, Kyle. And we'll see if the waiting cutters is an effective strategy. It seems to be effective in their end zone, but going a full 70, you got to have some anticipation from those cutters. Both teams opting to send it deep a lot here. Case in point, Bart Watson finds it, but no, bids a little early, and the Buzz Bullets with another break, as it looks like Cusano brings it in over a bidding Bart Watson. Just a misread on that big flick from Wakaya. Watson goes a little too close, jumps off his right foot, not able to get up that high. And the Buzz Bullets with another break, taking the lead, 7-4.
So a little different that time. Cusano, definitely an active cutter there. He wasn't just standing there waiting for Wakaya to get it in power position. Had actually made a cut under. Watson gone with him. Wakaya gets on the sideline. Cusano takes him deep.
And Buzz Bullets letting our cameraman know that they've got another point on the board. 7-4 Buzz Bullets. Some heads down on the Bravo side, looking to talk it out. Again, a lot of unforced errors. Some of those passes, that high flick a couple points ago, just not a smart pass from the Bravo line. They're going to need to clean it up a bit as the Buzz Bullets, with some clear momentum here, looking to take it out of this first half.
Well, two big three-point runs here, Dave. Bravo, recall, started this game with a 2-0 lead, started with a break, and Buzz Bullets now on a 7-2 run with this lead here.
See if they can take it all the way to half. Bravo, of course, looking to put a point on the board here. Buzz Bullet D coming down. Ackley back in the game, centers to Watson. Deep horizontal stack, clearing the lane.
Also
For
notable,
Lance.
Buzz Bullets have been playing man defense for the last few points now, and Matsuno is not on the field. So he's getting a good breather and will be ready for offense.
Kluwer to a bidding Westbrook, reels it in, resets to Watson. Over to Ackley. Up the line, nice defensive play. But Kluwer able to hang on. Nice bid from the Buzz Bullets there, great D. But again, a tip that gets to its intended receiver. This time for Bravo. Swinging it over to Westbrook. Back in the middle to Ackley. High forehand. This one does not go errant, and Mickle brings it in. Swings it. Ackley looking a little late for the continue swing.
The Buzz Bullets handler defenders here poaching off in the lane, clogging those lanes up for the downfielder, and another look for a block for the Buzz Bullets.
But a foul on the throw will bring it back. Another break, though, into the defensive pressure. That time, a little contact from Cusano. Lance with it on the goal line. A Blady flick across the end zone. That is a dangerous pass, but this one finds an open man in Kluwer. And Johnny Bravo brings it up to 5-7. That Blady flick from a defensive team is pretty much what you want on the end zone line. Always a scary one from the offense, but that one to a wide open Kluwer, and Bravo able to get another point on the board.
Well, again, the Johnny Bravo offense here in the red zone really struggling. Lots of passes. Had one really great look that got called back on a foul for the Buzz Bullets defense there, and then had to finish it off with a throw that isn't a part of their prescribed offense. There's no way that that's what they want. They want Lance on the sideline throwing a Blady forehand 40 yards across the field.
Yeah, that's not what you practice, but you know, this time gets him a goal. Some great pressure from the Buzz Bullets D, keeping the Johnny Bravo offense on edge a little bit. A tipped pass in the lane, and then a turnover that ended up being a foul on the thrower, or on the mark. But again, he was looking to take that shot regardless, and into a lot of pressure. Bravo's going to have to clean it up a little bit as the Buzz Bullet defense has ramped it up here into this first half.
And so you see Kamimura, number 11, and Matsuno, number 10, back on the line. They've been off the last 3 points during that Buzz Bullets run. Kamimura, the big receiver for Buzz Bullets, and Matsuno doing everything.
Nice big pull, deep cutter goes. Abe holsters it, deep horizontal stack, reset to the handler. Nice pivot from Tanaka to get the backhand off to the line. Nice pressure on the defensive end, can't find the dump. Instead has to throw it to a Bravo defender out in the lane. Paget gets the D on an error from the Buzz Bullets after a great dump defense from Bravo. And now a wide swing out to Paget. Let's see what Bravo has in store in their end zone offense. Again, going through the handlers. Farrell, high, what was that, Scuba, over to Farrell. Back to Paget. Nice patience here from Bravo. Quick passes, looking to find the right one. It's a tough, short flick. Keeps a nice, flat angle on the disc. There, swings back. Gregerson gets it off, and an opening there to Morrissey. Bravo, another goal, and they've got some momentum, 6-7.
Tim Morrissey with the goal.
Both teams looking to take a lead here at half, and Buzz Bullets now walking a little bit slower back to the line, a little bit of a momentum shift there.
So solid defensive pressure here from Bravo generates that turnover, particularly on the handlers, forced a high stall count. Look where Paget got the D. And then their handlers do a lot of work here. Ryan Farrell and Evan Paget again, back and forth. Good hold from the Buzz Bullets O-line on defense. They forced them, again, a lot of passes from that Bravo offense in the red zone, but the Bravo offense being very fundamental there, dumping and swinging across the goal line until they found the open Paget for the goal.
Never seemed like they were in any trouble. Great defense from the Buzz Bullets, but Bravo very content to use their stall count, use their 10 seconds to move the disc, and never really in trouble there, able to find an opening finally. Some good, clean end zone offense there from Bravo, which we haven't seen. We've seen them scoring out of some risky passes. They're very clean, very fundamental indeed.
So Bravo getting a break, but still down 2 breaks in this game, Dave. And as we get into halftime, that's going to be even a bigger deal because Buzz Bullets will be starting on offense in the second half.
Buzz Bullets hoping to take it to half right here, up 1, 7-6. Bravo, 2-point run here. See if they can keep it going, keep things exciting. A light breeze, not really affecting much here. We've seen a couple of passes get away with a sharp edge into the wind, but for the most part, the wind not playing too much of a factor. Buzz Bullet offense, horizontal stack. Some quick handler movement, little dominator. And Bravo shuts it down. Kichikawa Oh, nice grab there by Tanaka, keeping it alive. And it looks like maybe a travel call. And the disc will go back to Kichikawa. Some nice handler movement there from the Buzz Bullets. Looks like a dominator out in front. And Tanaka makes a great grab to keep that disc alive.
The travel call was very close there. It looked like Kichikawa lifting his foot up as he's releasing that disc. Evan Paget, lots of physicality on the cut there.
And the foul is called on the pivot. Paget putting some pressure there. It's running so much through the handlers, it's putting some pressure on these handler defenders. They got to make something happen to get a stop. Buzzbull is very content with the short pass. Now too crowded around the disc, but they get it out in front to Tanaka. Now looking deep. But Kichikawa gets an opening up line and again going through their handlers, this time with opening and gaining yards. Over to Matsuno, into traffic. And it looks like there's a call as Peterson comes in, gets a body and a hand in there and stops it. That throw into some tight traffic there out in front. Looks like a strip there.
And Bravo does not contest the strip call. It will be a goal, and Buzz Bullets takes into half 8-6. One thing really notable about that point, we did not see a single cut that was thrown to that originated from more than 5 yards downfield of thrower. Almost everything coming from behind the thrower or even with him.
Lots of pressure put on the handler defenders, and the Buzz Bullets doing a very good job of moving the disc through their handlers. Once they got out to the races, getting their handlers still moving up the field, gaining yards, and then that last throw just a little bit far out in front, but able to reel it in and take half, 8-6.
So we go into half with the Japanese Buzz Bullets up 8-6 on the backs of some great offensive play. The Bravo offense struggling. We'll be back for the second half here at the West Coast Cup. Johnny Bravo versus the Japanese Buzz Bullets. Welcome back to second half action here at the West Coast Cup. Japan's Buzz Bullets versus Boulder's Johnny Bravo. Buzz Bullets up a 2-break lead and starting on offense here in the second half.
Sending deep cutter, Kamimura, but they look it off. Go back to their handlers. This time it goes up. Big lefty flick out in front. Bravo chasing. Finding Shiba on the side, right in front of the end zone line, on the end zone line. And it looks like some contact on the throw. Exciting entry back into the second half here with the Buzz Bullets charging downfield. And they'll talk about it. Looks like maybe a contested foul on the line as Shiba will bring it in right on the end zone line. A nice inside out flick to Kamimura. And the Buzz Bullets quick to get a point on the board this second half and take the lead 9-6.
Well, that was some confident looking Buzz Bullets offense to me. They look like they had the game plan. We're going to isolate Kimimura out deep. We saw him take an early deep cut that wasn't thrown to, came back under, and then again went deep there and easily got it, and then finishes off with the score on that little IO break.
Shiba with the shoulder fake there, shakes his mark, and finds Kamimura, who's fired up. Big play there from Kamimura on that point.
You know, we talk a lot about how difficult those really short forehands are, and Buzz Bullets spend a lot of time working on their throws, the technical aspects of their throws, especially short throws. All of them have those little tiny break mark throws on both the backhand and forehand side, which is critical. It's a critical piece of the way the Buzz Bullets run their offense, but it can be really helpful in those tight end zone spaces too.
And a nice shoulder shimmy from Shiba, getting his mark off of him so that he has space to throw that inside out flick that Kamimura brings in. And the Buzz Bullets with a big pull now. Westbrook bringing it in, looking to start the offense. Some good loose pressure from the Buzz Bullets. A couple of swings go up. Deep cutter open. Not enough space to throw it to. Disc into Ashley. Ashley tight window to Bart Watson. Winds up, fakes a flick. Some pressure on the mark there as Sugaya just kind of hits Watson. He plays on, no call. Bravo cycles it in. Watson opts not for the swing. Finds Snyder on the side. Back to Ackley, swings it across to Lance. Looks like a call downfield. Not sure of the call here, but Lance with the disc, maybe going back to Ackley. They're discussing it downfield, it'll stay. some good movement here from Bravo. Again, moving it over to the sideline and looking to get a shot from there. When that's not there, swinging it back through the handlers.
We're seeing these Bravo handlers not touching the disc for nearly as long as they were in the first half. They're definitely looking to move the disc faster. Lots of contact on this mark on Bart Watson.
And you may have Jinx Watson there, who hangs onto it for a long time on the side. And a nice defensive play from Cusano downfield. Watson holding the disc for 6 or so seconds on the sideline, and that's not where you want to be holding that disc. Finally throws up this forehand, and Cusano tracks it and smashes it to the ground.
Clore, the intended receiver there for Watson. And so again, the Bravo offense stalls out, giving the Buzz Bullets D another opportunity.
And Bravo really looking to get a stop here. They're going to need to regain some of this momentum. As Nose looking to bring it in. Downfield, you see Snyder super close to his defender there, or his offensive player there. A big flick goes up, cross field, into traffic, and Kluwer able to get a hand on that. Almost gets to the receiver, but Kluwer, nice defensive play on a pass that got a little bit away from the Buzz Bullets. Lance upfield to Watson. Watson this time not holding it on the sideline, launching a forehand upfield, and Mickle bringing it in. A nice transition offensive play there from Johnny Bravo. Watson with a nice shot downfield to Jimmy Mickle. And Bravo comes back within 2, 7-9.
So Clore getting it back on Cusano, each of them trading a defensive block. And then Bart Watson with the nice huck. That one in timing, in pace with their offense. And Bravo scoring a very important point here, keeping the lead only a 2-point Buzz Bullets lead, as opposed to what could have been a 4-point Buzz Bullets lead had Clore not come down with that block.
And almost did not. It's sort of over his shoulder there as that flick coming down left to right as we saw it. That blady flick a couple of times has sort of gone upwards on your screen to the left of where it was intended to go from the thrower's perspective. Those blady flicks coming this way a couple times, getting away from the Buzz Bullets there, getting a little too far away, and Kluwer putting a stop to their transition offense there.
So for all of you watching at home, we want to let you know of a deal we've got at the store of NextGen at store.nextgenultimate.com. You can get 25% off of everything with the purchase of this coverage of West Coast Cup. The code is WCC25OFF.
Store.nextgenultimate.com. Of course, today's coverage brought to you by NextGen. Thank you for watching. Here we are, Buzz Bullets bringing in a bouncy pull. Some good hustle downfield from Johnny Bravo in a collision right up front there with a handler, knocking Sheba down. Some antsy defenders there. Bravo sending their defensive squad down with a lot of hustle, but then just some contact. I think guys not really looking where they're going. But everybody looks to be okay, and we'll play on as Buzz Bullets get their offense going. Over to Matsuno, big player, lefty for the Buzz Bullets. Moves it upfield. Some nice cuts now downfield from the Buzz Bullets, a lot more active. And a launch backhand, blady backhand, and a sliding receiver able to get it over to Matsuno. And then back up in front, a nice bid from Bravo, but Kichikawa brings it in. Nice play, Kichikawa and Matsuno there, back and forth in the end zone, and the Buzz Bullets offense able to score and send it out to the scoreboard there. 10-7, Buzz Bullets. Nice bid there from Johnny Bravo defense, but the Buzz Bullets bring it in. Here
So this was huge laser here on this backhand, low and out to space, and the dish out to Matsuno, and Matsuno back to Kichikawa, and that little lefty flip. Bravo unable to come down with it. And like you said, Dave, a lot more dynamic movement from the downfield on that point. Kichikawa showing us the disc.
And showing some happiness there. Good smiles from the Buzz Bullets. Never shy to celebrate their scores. And you got to love that spirit that they bring. And right now, loving the fact that they're up 3. And again, more dynamic offense from the Buzz Bullets. I think we'll see some probably alternating back and forth. That was more of a vertical stack, less handlers back. So needing those cuts downfield. Bravo, let's see if they've cleaned up their offense a bit here in the second half. Horizontal stack. Ackley in the middle to Lance. Lance back to Ackley. Horizontal stack. Snyder very deep, coming back in. Again, stacked very deep, but able to move it up to Lance and make those deep shots viable. Nice movement over to Mickle. Mickle on that line. Little shimmy shake downfield, almost faked out his thrower. Watson over to Ackley. Looking in the middle. Some good pressure from the Buzz Bullets. Need to reel in a little quicker on the mark. But some good pressure in the lane. A big flick goes up. And pressure from Cusano. I'm not sure if he got it. But not able to hang on was Westbrook. Maybe a shadow block there from Cusano. It looked like a viable scoring shot.
And that's one where maybe it's the wind of the stadium causing that one. A tough read, and Westbrook going up with one hand, maybe also anticipating a block or a potential bounce from off of Cusano's hands, and Westbrook unable to come down with it. The Buzz Bullets looking very comfortable in their man defense. They've been coming down with the man defense for the last several points now, generating a lot of turnovers off this Bravo offense.
And that one, I think, is on Westbrook. You got to go hard after that disc with two hands. Again, I think he maybe anticipated Cusano getting a piece of that one. Unfortunate for Bravo there as the Buzz Bullets marching it back upfield. And another one-handed grab, this one behind Sasanabe, not able to hang on. Ackley over to Watson as Bravo transitions. Some good pressure on the handlers, but Lance able to get it up line from Watson. And this time finds Westbrook easily for the score from Bravo. Some quick transition offenses there. Bravo bringing that one home. Bring their score up to 8-10.
So Bravo, their second offensive point after half. Again, one turnover, but they get it back, and they're able to punch this one in. This time Lance connecting with Westbrook where he couldn't find him before on that corner, far corner.
And that's nice movement from Lance. He was shut down on the swing, comes all the way up, shakes his defender up line. Nice patience from Watson, and nice continuation of his cut from Lance, able to get the disc and then get that shot. Westbrook leaves Cusano a little bit behind. Cusano not anticipating that cut. Westbrook able to reel it in. And Bravo gathers their D squad, looking to get a break as we get underway here in the second half.
Bravo's O-line is going to need to settle down in the second half if they want to give their defensive squad an opportunity here. They cannot continue to go with turnovers on every single offensive possession. Buzz Bullets are going to put in some of those for breaks, and they need to be almost perfect because their D-line needs to score 3 breaks in order to win this game.
Gregerson with a big flick pull, bounces in. And Shiba now with the disc for the Buzz Bullets. Upfield to Kichikawa. Kichikawa, a quick flick up to Kimimura, who reels it in for the goal as Bravo defense can't get there. That is a quick score from the Buzz Bullets. Nice continuation cuts from Japan. And they're again sending it out to all you viewers at home in case you missed it. The Buzz Bullets just scored.
We've got a pair of friction gloves for you.
Really dynamic offense here from the Buzz Bullets offense. There's a lot of guys hucking. There's a lot of guys cutting deep here. Kimimura has been a consistent deep cutter, but he's not the only guy cutting deep for the Buzz Bullets. And Kichikawa also showing off his throwing abilities there, putting it on the money for Kimimura.
And Japan mixing it up this half. In the first half, lots of movement through their handlers. Lots of handlers back, putting a lot of pressure on Johnny Bravo's handler defense. Coming into the second half, Kyle, a lot of cuts downfield and some nice yardage gaining passes with continuation passes off of that. And Bravo maybe not adjusting as quickly to a different look from the Buzz Bullets.
Well, it seems like Bravo's doing a lot of fronting downfield and letting these Japanese receivers get open by 3, 4, or 5 steps. And the Japanese do a great job of putting edge on those throws and making it very difficult for the defender to get a read on it.
A lot of their hucks are lasers. Again, they don't have the same kind of height that a lot of these American teams do, so their hucks are laser passes. If they've got steps, they're not shy about putting it. Bravo coming down. Ackley to Mickle, who reels it in nicely, a little bit far out in front. Ackley, probably some contact on that swing. It'll come back to Ackley. Looks like no contest from Nose on a nice backhand break. High five there, good spirit from those teams. And horizontal stack here, a little bit messy. Again, over to that flick side. Both teams getting a lot of looks up that flick side. And a Blady flick across field. And Kluwer just can't track it. That flick, a little too much edge on it. Kluwer not playing it quite safe enough, looking to get up. Could have taken a few steps back to make sure of that one, but not a great throw, not what you're looking for from an offense.
Very interesting. What happened in that situation was that Clore was being marked by a defender who switched off to take Farrell, who made a cut against Matsuno that Matsuno wasn't keeping up with, leaving Clore wide open on that break side. It was a great vision to see that Clore was wide open, but the execution wasn't there.
Buzz Bullets now back with the disc. Horizontal stack, finding their cutters in the middle of the field. Very strong position in a horizontal stack. And a hammer goes up, a nice hammer out in front. Kusano with steps. And a beautiful throw
Kusano
to bring in the goal. Japan just loving every point they get, celebrating. Furuzawa cocks and shoots a sweet hammer. Buzz Bullets with another score.
So that's the second one over the top we've seen. Hammer for Buzz Bullets score, and that's a big one, a 4-point lead here as we get down into the last quarter of this game. And Furuzawa showing off his throws. Again, Buzz Bullets offense looks considerably more dynamic than it did yesterday, and even more dynamic than it did in the first half. We're seeing a lot of different things that they're doing. They can run from the handlers, they can run with their downfield players, and they can also run with those big break throws.
And the momentum with the Buzz Bullets now. They're fired up, all smiles. Bravo, some heads down. They're going to need to flip the switch here if they're going to fight back into this game. Down 4, 12-8. I agree. Buzz Bullets looking much more dynamic. No question on that hammer. Really nice throw from Furuzawa and Kusano with plenty of steps there. Bravo going to have to stop those if they're going to fight back into this one. And more than anything, they're going to have to, as you say, Kyle, clean up their offense. They can't afford all these turnovers, particularly as the Buzz Bullets not really giving it back much from their transition, cleaning it up and getting those breaks whenever they've gotten the disc. A little bit more clean this half, certainly, than last.
Well, what's somewhat shocking is all the Bravo risky throws are cross-field throws. They're throws that are at tough angles. The Lance throw that was deep a few points ago that went to the cone, there was a turnover, was across the field to a horizontally cutting cutter.
And Hilke Snyder looking to send it inside out flick all the way to Westbrook, but a nice defensive play. And the Buzz Bullets get it back after Nose gets in the way of that one. And again, the transition defense from the Buzz Bullets, bringing down a sort of loose zone and then vocally, very clearly transitioning into man and keeping the pressure on as Snyder looked to send one, couldn't get through there. And the Buzz Bullets take a timeout, trying to ensure this break. And here you'll see Hilke Snyder gets it upfield, inside out flick, looking for Westbrook, but Nose says no way and comes up with it and charges the other way with the disc.
Well, I have to say, that's the second time we've seen Westbrook be a little under-aggressive on throws where he looks like he has a shot at it. Now, yeah, there would have been some contact if he stepped in front of it, but that was his disc to go and get, and he kind of held up.
Yeah, we saw that from Westbrook before on the goal line, getting D'd on another pass. That one, I think Snyder could have given him a little bit more. He did have steps on that break side, and Snyder's inside out, not quite far out in front, giving Nose a chance at it. Snyder, definitely a stronger receiver than a thrower. Great on both sides of the disc, but there, I think, put it a little short. I think we want to see Westbrook going hard after it, but I would give that turnover to Snyder if it were up to me.
Certainly, the responsibility on that one is definitely on Snyder. And I also want to bring it back to this point that a lot of these risky Bravo throws, they're not throws out to space and top-end speed. They're throws to the break side or they're throws that are across the field. That's what Japan is trying to bait here. The Buzz Bullets want to see those types of throws. I think at Bravo, at top-end speed, if they've got their big guys matched up, they're in a great position. They've got the speed to match up with Bravo, and then if with the Buzz Bullets, and if those discs hang up in the air, they've also got the height to bring them down.
Not giving themselves as much opportunity as they could on a lot of those throws. That one cross field and a break pass, and Nose brings it in now, up to the handler. A nice bid by Ackley, but Kichikawa able to hang on. Goes upfield. Watson cheats off his man. Looks to be sort of just poaching out in the lane there. Bravo defenders kind of all over the place, not able to reel in on the mark, but out in the lane enough. There's a Blady flick and nice D there. Looked like Lance diving by.
Big save from Lance there, coming up with that block. That one, if it was a little bit further out of reach, that would have been an easy goal for the Buzzbolts on that nice forehand break. Instead, Bravo's O-line gets another opportunity here.
Watson moves it over, another swing out to Ackley on that flick side. Deep cutter, still out in front, comes in now. That's a nice play there downfield from Kluwer. Kluwer sends it out in front to Snyder, and that's that matchup play we were talking about. Looks like they're talking about some contact, but that disc sailed right over Snyder, and I think that's the right call, letting that one go to the Buzzbullets. That throw was a little bit too wide-eyed for their big man. Some nice pressure from the D. Here you see Kluwer sees Snyder, but not able to reel it in, and the Buzzbullets back with it. Upfield now to Sasanabe, swings it over. Kichikawa over to that flick sideline. We've seen so much of these teams' offenses going down that flick sideline as Wakaya sends it out in front, and a bidding Snyder can't get there. Furuzawa brings it in for the goal. Another score from the Buzzbullets as they take a 5-point lead, 13-8. A flick sideline, a nice flick there out in front. Again, not trying to put it up and hang it, but put it out in front of their speedy cutters. A nice play. And Furuzawa does a good job making sure, as Snyder getting beat on both ends of that one.
Snyder not enough to get there on the turnover, on the second turnover, that point for Bravo. You know, I agree. I think that's the right look. That's the look that Bravo should be going for. But Clore put a little too much edge on that one. If he Snyder has steps on his defender in that situation. He has height. You don't need to throw something that has edge and bang it in there, especially in these kind of swirly, windy conditions. That can be a little difficult. You throw that out there flat. You let Snyder run onto it, and if it hangs up there, you let Snyder go up high for it.
Yeah, and that one a little too much blade, and the defender right there with him, forcing Snyder to try and go up and make a play. But that throw got a bit away from him. And again, that flick going left to right as we see it, sneaking upfield there, not hanging on that line, and we've seen a lot of turnovers from that very same position. Here the Buzzbullets coming down, looking to try and close out this game here, and Bravo going to have to make some strides on both offense and defense to stay in this. Disc moves up to Lance. Good pressure from the handlers. Looks like there's a call somewhere.
Furcado with a very heavy mark there on Nick Lance. Lance calling the foul and setting things up again. He wants to settle his offense down.
And the offense a little bit scattered downfield. We got three cutters on the strong side. Watson comes back as a handler, again with pressure on the mark. Furcado fouls Lance. Lance looking to step over for that backhand. I want to see this offense clean up downfield for Bravo. There's a nice cut down into the middle from Westbrook. Centers it back to Watson. Some openings here for Bravo. Watson gets it back. Closing it on the end zone here. Let's see if they can maintain possession, use their handlers effectively, find those continuations. Ackley out in front, and some fancy footwork from Mickle, able to step into the end zone around his defender and bring in the goal. Nice play there from Bravo. After some initial messiness and some contact on the mark, able to move it up through the center of the field and then use their handlers effectively on the goal line there. And Mickle makes sure he's in the end zone there after beating his defender. Nice play, Jimmy Mickle. Nice score from Bravo there.
That was the cleanest offensive point we've seen from Bravo in this half. And it was generated a lot by that downfield movement. I think the downfield timing was better and the spacing was a little better, especially in the second half of the field. That time they didn't bog down in the red zone. And they finally were able to find Mickle open for the score. But Bravo's dug themselves quite a hole here in the second half of this game, down 13-9.
We're going to have to see their defense really step up here and put some pressure on the Buzzbullets. The Buzzbullets, the last few offensive possessions, able to quickly march it downfield. Bravo is going to have to make some plays here or bring some different looks on defense if they're going to claw back in. And here we go, Bravo. Big forehand pull from Gregerson. We've seen that a few times. This one hangs nicely. Bravo not super quick to get down on that really nice pull. They're going to need to cover these guys because that's one of the best pulls we've seen in this entire game. And now the pressure's on. Kichikawa moves it over. Buzzbullets running through their handlers again this time. Some downfield cutting, but again, mostly through their handlers right now. Tanaka moves it over. And gotta hope he's okay, but we've got Kichikawa down,
Injury on the field.
walking it off. Looks like he'll take a sub, but
Looks like Kichikawa came down with this disc.
Kichikawa
Great layout,
coming off.
but lands on his arm that he was
Matsuno.
catching with.
Nope.
and looks like a wrist or a hand, and walks it off
Nose
quickly,
coming
but
on.
hopefully will recover as Nose comes in and initiates the offense for the Buzz Bullets. Here's some good pressure from Bravo, keeping that mark on, getting the pressure on the handlers. Nose loses his defender, gets it up line, and it looks like a call now as Matty Farrell recovers to bring in the mark on Nose.
I don't think we can understate the importance of that Gregerson pull. That was a fantastic pull. Lots of hang time in the back of the end zone. Is putting a lot of pressure on the Buzz Bullets here. They've had a number of passes here and are still only 5 yards outside of their end zone. And the Bravo handler defense is very tight on them. And Padgett with a bid.
Nice pressure, but Matsuno able to keep it and put one nice throw out in front to Abe. And the Buzz Bullets closing it on their end zone now. Good pressure from Bravo here. See what the Buzz Bullets can do. Nice swing. That's a nice little play. Nice little flicks from their handlers, and that's very efficient cutting and nice short throws from the Buzz Bullets. Not much that the Bravo defenders could do there. That's just nice play from the Buzz Bullets. There's that huck upfield
Matsuno.
with steps is
Assistant to
Abe,
Kamimura.
and then flip over to Matsuno. Nice lefty backhand out in front to Kamimura for the goal. And not much you can do there on defense with those quick little break throws. Bravo not able to get there and stop him.
Juan Matsuno again showing off his skill and experience there. The nice flick huck and then driving the end zone in the red zone, driving the offense for the Buzz Bullets. Just looks fantastic.
And this game brought to you, of course, by Elemental Technologies. Next Gen streaming brought to you by the encoding power of Elemental. Check them out.
So 14-9, the Buzz Bullets with the lead here. They're looking to close this game out and get their first win here at the West Coast Cup. They're really in control. This is the best we've seen the Buzz Bullets look so far this weekend. They've got one more game against Rhino. It'll be interesting to see how they play against that team, which has been struggling so far at this tournament.
Furuzawa, Blady backhand pull. Bravo, got to show some clean offense here. Nice pressure coming down from the Buzz Bullets. Very deep horizontal stack from Bravo. Mickle able to get open out of it. Upfield to Lance. Lance throws a fake up to Watson. Ackley open on the side. Two cutters out in the lane. Watson wisely does not send it up there. Swings to Westbrook. All the way over. Farrell. Back to Mickle. Mickle finds a very open cutter in. It looks like Westbrook. Upfield, right on their goal line here is Bravo. Looks upfield, doesn't find anything. To Watson. Watson upfield to Mickle. Mickle with a nice grab over a bidding Buzz Bullet. And Bravo brings it within 5 here with a nice, pretty quick offensive play there. Here you see Watson with the disc and a nice grab there from Mickle reaching back to make sure he's got it as Wakaya tries to get up in the mix, but a nice connection there from Watson to
So some
Mickle.
efficient Bravo offense there in the red zone, pushing into the open side cone. Now that will be the last D point the Bravos, the last O point that the Bravo O will see for a while, unless they get a bunch of breaks here, Dave. Lots of pressure on this Bravo D line at this point, down 14-10.
And Bravo did bring some added defensive pressure last point, but Buzz Bullets were able to release a cutter downfield, and then those quick little passes and quick little breaks from their handlers punched it in. Let's see if we can get another big pull here from Gregerson. That last one, as you said, put a lot of pressure on the offense until they were able to break free with a huck. So we're going to need to see that big pull again, and we're going to need to see that Bravo defense hustle down if they want to come out of this with a win. Here they come. And this pull bounces away from the Buzz Bullets, and again we've got some pressure as they take it halfway back in their own end zone, almost putting it out too far in front, but Tanaka reels it in. Up to Shiba. And that's too open if they're going to come back. But this flick very far out in front, but a nice run down there by Kimimura. Kimimura holding his shoulder. It looks like he might have got hit or hurt himself on that dive. Again, the Buzz Bullets releasing a cutter deep and getting it out of the pressure.
That is a beautiful pinpoint throw here from Matsuno to his favorite receiver, Kimimura, and able to pull that one down with 2 hands.
Kimimura into Nose. Looks like a call downfield. Buzz Bullets within 5 yards here. Well, if it stays there with Tanaka, it looks like within 9 yards of the game-winning goal. See if their handlers can move it around. Looks like Tanaka wants to score it himself, but settles for Matsuno out 5 yards from the goal line. And another inside-out break from Matsuno, this time with a flick. And the Buzz Bullets finish it out. That's a nice inside-out finds.
For the Buzz Bullets win.
Looks like Shiba there, reels it in, number 97. And soft spike as the Buzz Bullets run away with this one in the second half. A good first half from both teams, but a little bit messy from both teams. And then the Buzz Bullets able to rise to the occasion in the second half. Bravo not able to.
Well, Bravo definitely has something to take home from this tournament, going 1-3. Lots of work they need on their offensive line, particularly in those end zone sets. The Buzz Bullets must be proud of what they've done here. They notched their first win after going 0-2 yesterday.
3 p.m.
Looking very strong, particularly in their man defense, generating a lot of turnovers out of that Bravo offense, and then showing pretty efficient offense out of their D-line. And their O-line being very consistent throughout. They let a couple breaks up in the first half, but after that, they kind of locked down and played very consistently.
That's right. A lot of nice deep cuts and balanced with the handler movement. Buzz Bullets clearly running away with this one as the teams huddle up to talk about the game. Shout outs to our videographers, Ian Lunger, Adam Bilbano, and Steve Marshall. Thanks for tuning in to Next Gen's coverage. And stay with us for more West Coast Cup action this afternoon with some of the top teams facing off. Next, we'll see Sockeye of Seattle against Revolver of San Francisco. Always a great matchup. This is Dave Bestock, joined by Kyle Weisbrod. Happy to be bringing you coverage here today. Stay with us through the afternoon.